Hello everyone. So I'm talking to you at the moment from the Hogben hen house, or the hog hen house as we call it here. I wanted to share with you something I felt God said to me back in December. So at the end of the year, I felt that God gave me 3 phrases for this year. The first phrase was slow down to run. Now, I know that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, because why would you slow down to run? Surely you would speed up to run. That's logical. But as the months have gone by, and I'll talk about the other phrases in a minute, I realised actually that these phrases are all about preparation. So slow down to run, what the heck does that even mean? And I felt what we were being asked to do was to look at our lifestyles. Are we living at a very fast pace? Are there things in our lives that we're just not noticing, because we are going from here to there and we're rushing everywhere, and God is asking us to slow down, not necessarily as in busy, because we are busy, but slow down as in hurried. We need to look at our lifestyle. Are we hurried inside? Because we need to start looking at what does stillness inside look like for what we've got to come. If we're going to really run in the days ahead, we need to know what it feels like to be still inside and to be slow in how we live in a fast-paced society. That's not to say that we literally slow down, but there is something to be learned about what it looks like to slow down within and spend time being able to have that time to really think about what God is saying to us. So that was the first phrase. The second one was similar again. It was slim down to expand. And again, I just thought, well, that slim down to expand. But of course, now it's beginning to make more sense, because we have actually had to slim down in many ways to what we're used to. And I just felt that we needed to look a little bit about what we do, the stuff we have, the way we live our lives, what actually is necessary. How much stuff are we watching on social media? How much stuff are we watching on the TV? And that's not to be a big downer, because those sorts of things are fun, but it's like, how much of that are we doing which is actually going to get in the way of allowing God to expand us, both within ourselves, but also to expand what he's got for us as a church in this town, in this nation. We need to give him room to expand, which means we need to give him room to use our time to nurture our souls, ourselves, and for the days ahead. So, it was looking at what is it in our lives that really we don't need to have there anymore in order to make more space for him. And the third phrase was, let me look, quieten down to speak up. Again, it's like, okay, quieten down to speak up, because we need to be able to listen to what God's saying. We need to be able to quieten down so that we can read things. We need to quieten down so that we can listen to other people. We need to hear other people's voices in our community, as well as maybe other leaders, church leaders across the world. But it's just this whole sense of, there's so much talk, there's so much noise. What does that look like for us to practice what it means to quieten down? Because our voice is going to need to be heard. And so we are going to learn to speak up and speak out, but let's do that from a position of quiet and having listened to his voice. And And what else have I got to say? I got that was December. And then this morning, I had another phrase which I'm still processing, but I think it's along the same lines because the phrase was bring order to get messy. And I thought, actually, we don't know what we're getting into in the days ahead, but we know that people are wanting to ask about questions about God and who is Jesus, what is church, all these sort of questions. So I just had this sense that actually God is asking us to just get our lives in order, because it's going to get messy, and we want to be focused on the days ahead when maybe we have got people queuing up outside YCC to come in, because I don't think we realise what's ahead of us, really. I've got a sort of sense, but our lives need to be ordered. That hymn that says, "Let our ordered lives confess the beauty of your peace." I think we need to make sure our homes are in order so that we actually can get on with what he's calling us to do, because it's going to get messy, and we're going to get messy. It's going to be a great adventure, but we're going to need each other, and we're going to need the other churches in the town, because what I sense is going to be ahead of us is something that is going to be too big for one church to handle. So, guys, let's get ourselves in order and buckle up. And we've got each other, so don't panic. We've got each other. We're going to be doing this great adventure together. Thank you.